Hello, lovelies. I'm back. Today I'm going to try to do another unconventional tutorial. And it's an item that I think you guys might like because I sell a lot of it, and I also use them myself like crazy because they're really awesome, especially if you have animals like I do. I have a house full of animals, and I have all my entire house is hardwood floors, and the hardwood floors have not been finished, so they're really raw wood, which presents a problem for me. Anyway, so this is literally I put it on my Swiffer, but any kind of mop like this that you might have, this will work with. Way cheaper than having to do those disposable things, and also way better because this, I use a 6 weight, well, on these actually, and sorry if it shakes, but I have you on that table thing, on this little table thing, and it wiggles. And I haven't painted it yet because my middle name is Procrastination. Anyway, it's Ice Yarn, and Ice Yarn Deluxe by Lion Brand. It's a 6 weight, and in this roll, there's 155 yards. But it has that little velour, I guess you call this velour. Can you see that? That is what really picks up the dust and the animal hair. It's amazing. And I have friends that want these and buy these from that don't have animals, so it just picks up dust and lint, and I have a lot of that in my house. Anyway, so yeah, so it's 155 yards. I did with this row, let me put this aside, well, I'll put it here. With this cake, I was able to make 5 of them. So I don't remember how much I paid for this cake, but I'm sure it was less than 10 bucks. And if it's less than 10 bucks, then you're looking at less than $2 for each one of these mop covers. The only thing that I have not been able to find yet, because Rusty and I cleaned the closet, so now my sewing elastic, my 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch, is somewhere in the closet, and I will get it later. I'm not going to get it now. I was looking, but I couldn't find it. And I didn't sew in the ends, which you don't really even have to. It's just a mop cover. So that's the only thing I don't have with me to show you, but you could figure that part out. Anyway, so this is the ones I've made. And then once you weave in, I guess it's like a 1/4 inch, maybe it's half. Anyway, it doesn't make a difference. You weave that in and out of the last row, put it over, and then just do a really nice tight knot. Can you see the knot? It's just when you put it together and do the knot and then pull it on either end and then cut it. So make sure you stretch it on both sides really well before you cut it, because otherwise you'll pull it and it might undo. I've had that happen, that's why I'm saying it. But then, yeah, like easy to come off. Wash it off in the sink, throw it in the washing machine, whichever, and then easy to put back on. If I could do it with one hand. I need 2 hands for that. Anyway, so that's, yeah. So this is what I'm going to show you how to do. Let me move that over, and like I said, and I wrote this down. This is just for my own self here. 6 weight yarn, preferably the Velcro. I'm sure other yarns would work, but preferably the Velcro stuff would work. And I use an 8mm hook, and I crochet loosely, so if you're a tight crocheter, you might want to go up to a 9 or maybe even a 10. And some of this Velcro-y yarn, there was another brand I used, and it was thicker than this, and it worked up actually nicer, to be honest with you. I think it was also a 6, but I don't know what brand it was, because this is kind of a little flimsier. It's flimsier than the other one, which is weird because it's the same company. So basically, like I have on here, if you wanted a screenshot and just disregard my chicken scratch there, how I started as of course, a loop. I don't know how you do your loops. That's how I do mine. Make sure that's kind of snug. And then I give it a little room. And then I'm literally just going to chain 20. Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, sorry, 14, 15. Oh, 16, 17, 18, 19. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, my hand. It's actually cold in here, and my hands are really not, they're stiff. Stiffer than usual. All right, so a chain of 20. And the reason I picked 20, in case you have a different size moppy thing, like how short it is, this is how I mop my floor, by leaning over. Yeah, right. You're lucky that if I do mop my floor, to be honest with you. Sorry about the disgusting mop, but this is the one that I actually use. So if you have a different size, like Rusty has one that's really super big, and to make it is just chain it and then, go across. But your chain is, of course, going to be longer than when you come back and do crochet stitching back. So go over the size, because wider is fine because you're going to be wrapping it around anyway. So even if you are a little farther over the edges, that's perfectly cool. So basically for this one, I'm chaining 20. I don't know if I did the extra chain. If not, I'll throw it in there. And then it's just literally a single crochet. Again, I crochet a little loosely. Yeah, my fingers are just not working. I should have done this yesterday when it was warm in the house. But the man that lives here, he went to work and he didn't bring any pellets up for the stove. So it is a bit nipply. So my hands are... Plus working with this kind of yarn is a little rough. I actually don't like the feeling. I don't like the feeling of velvet or velour. It's, not pleasant tactile experience for me. So anyway, so just single crochet back. And I'm not going to do this whole thing while you're here watching me, but single crochet back. And you get to the end, chain 1, turn your work, and basically I do 8 rows, and I'll come back once I'm done with the 8 rows. Let's see if I can put you on a pause. Alrighty, I'm back. And I just finished. It really is, these are so quick to make. If it weren't for the fact that my hands are so cold, and also as I'm doing this, because I really, like I said, I don't like the feel of this yarn and it's a little bit rough, I'm using a plastic crochet hook. So I'm going to say that if I had a metal crochet hook, I probably could even crochet these more quickly. Use your adverbs. Anyway, so I have one more stitch to go. But it's literally, so chaining, I chain 20, an extra 1, turn the work, single crocheted, another 8 rows. So 9 if you include the chained row, your initial chain. So this is pretty much the covering of the bottom of that piece. So now it's a matter of just going around the side. This is so easy. Anybody can do it. And really, truly, I have people that contact me about these. And in fact, Dirt, if Dirt's watching, yeah, Dirt just contacted me. He's like, I need some more Swiffers, and a friend of mine wants some. I was like, no problem. So that's why I'm making more, because I sent him what I had left. Okay, so now we got that. I'm to the end. I'm gonna crochet, 1, and now just kind of going single crochet back, and it doesn't have to be perfect, because it's just a mop cover. So I'm just going back into I hope you can see, I'm just going back into the big holes, and I'm doing it kind of somewhat loosely. So there's a hole there. I know I'm the worst at tutorials, but so here's at the corner. The only thing that I'm doing here now in this first row around is crocheting 2 in that corner. Okay, I didn't chain and then, didn't do a stitch and then chain 1 and a stitch. I just chained 2 and then back down the other end. So in the first time around, I do 2 chains in all 4 of the corners. Again, I'm really crocheting very I hope you could see. I hope I'm on the in the camera. I'm the worst. Oh, that's two separate, yeah. So this is the first way around, and I'm just going to go to the other end, and then I'll stop making you watch me do this. Yeah, it's really, this is so easy, and they really are so awesome. And again, you know, if you do like craft fairs and things like that, these things are great. People love them. And they also, you know, I sell them for like $10, $15 a piece. Okay, so now I'm in the corner. This is the corner now with the tail. And I like to tuck my tails. Tuck in the tail, tuck in the tail. So there's 1, 2, and then when I'm doing the second one, I'm kind of tucking that tail in. So here's my tail. I'm tucking the tail in. Next stitch, I'm holding that tail as a part of it and tucking it in. Another one, I'm tucking it in. Hope you could see me, and you could pull it a little because you can stretch it out afterwards. Yeah, so this is like so easy. Easy breezy peasy. And now I'm back to the other corner, doing 2 stitches in that corner piece. And then I'm not going to bore you with going all the way around to the other side, but then it's really just go down to the other end and then go around again, but don't add any in the corners. Just go around one more time, and it'll give you enough to where on the very last row you'll have it. It'll look like this. It'll probably pucker, you know, curl a little bit depending on how tightly you did your rows. And then it's really a matter of, I start in the corner like here, and then in that last row, I just take like 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch, whatever, you know, sturdy enough elastic you have, and I weave it in and out of each of the end stitches all the way around, bring it to there, and then I'll pull it a little bit, but I'll try it on, I'll put it on to the Swiffer, and then measure where I want to tie it off, and then just do a nice tie, cut it, bam, you are done. And you've got these awesome Swiffer covers. It's so, like, literally, like when I'm mopping the kitchen floor, I just mop a section, because I don't do it that often, so my floor is pretty filthy. But I mop it, it gets schmiggly and gross, and I pull it off, and I'll rinse it off in the sink, and, you know, drain, you know, stretch out. Oh, these also work really well dry, and they work really, I usually use them damp. I don't use them sopping wet all the time. I use them damp, and dry and damp and wet. This works so awesome. So, and if you're also doing something where you're applying, I mean, I don't know about the little fuzzies, but I don't have that problem now. But if you are applying like some kind of a mop and glow or something onto your floor, you probably can use this also. I have not done that because, like I said, I have hardwood floors, so I don't use mop and glow on them. But you probably could use this if you like, and then even toss it out. I mean, literally, this takes me, and I'm a slow crocheter, this takes me probably, definitely less than a half an hour. I mean, from start to finish. And like I said, I got 5 of these, 5 out of 155 yards of this ice cream deluxe. So, and I mean, I don't know what I can't remember what I paid for that, but I know I didn't pay $10. So you're looking maybe, you know, $6 a piece. I mean, I'm sorry, $6. So that, whatever the math works out for that, because it's a math thing anyway. So that's it. That was my unconventional tutorial. I hope you appreciated it. Hope you can make these. Like I said, they sell really well. And that is Willie Weiner you can hear in the background. The big Australian Shepherd, Border Collie, Beagle, pain in the butt mix. He is a true pain in the butt. He's an old dog, but he's a pain in the butt. All right, love you guys. And I have another little like tutorial of something else that I make a lot of and sell a lot of, but I'll do that in another video. Thank you for staying. Hey, don't forget the thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. And yeah, leave me a comment.